All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy New Year. Um, Today we've, is the market started off pretty strong. Had a nice little bullish run uh, to start off the year. If we look at the daily chart here, make this look a little better. All right, so right now we're working on this. Right now the daily candle for the day looks like a doji. You see, towards the end of December, we popped out of that channel. It's the channel that I drew here, and we traded right back up into it, forming this V pattern. And right now we're kind of just hanging around this area. Um, Chances are we don't, just continue going higher from here. More than likely, we could have some sort of a pullback and trade lower, probably a little choppy. Or I think the more likely scenario is we, have a little pullback and then either trade sideways for a while or it bounces, something like that. So very interesting price action that we've seen to close out December, and today we had a lot of bulls in the market across the board. Which actually I look back from last year, it was pretty much the same thing after the holidays when the market opened back up for the new year of 2018. The market, jumped off pretty strong and it was going pretty strong bullish until we had that big sell off in February. So it'll be interesting to see how every day how the market, how the price action plays out and what we had from here. As far as the intraday, the 5 minute candle for today. It was a little choppy at the open, and then we finally kind of opened up here. This one 5 minute candle here got everything started, and we've been going on a nice little bullish run. We're coming into a little resting pattern now. So moving over into my trading. If you've been following me on Twitter, after that last video I made in December, you know that I ended up pretty much blowing out the Topstep trader account. I reached my daily loss limit in one of the days, and I haven't reset it since then. But one interesting thing that when I started back, one of the things I like about TS Trader is when you do, break one of the rules and you can't trade for an actual funded account, they still let you use the platform. So I've been, I started back. I took a break out of TS Trader for a couple of days, and I started back trading just on the platform. And interestingly, I've been, doing really good, as you can see. Like today, I got started. I took I think I was being a little too impatient, and I took a loss at the in that choppy period at the open. Actually, I tried to play a fade. That's what happened. So and then it ended up being the wrong play. So I took a loss there, but from there I was able to make it back, and for NQ I ended up green 245, and I also took a play with crude oil and got 300 from there. So and then going back, so like I traded in here like 3 days in December after I blew out the account, and you see, like the first day I traded, it was like I only got $60 from it. I don't remember exactly what I was doing. I traded 16 contracts, so I don't remember exactly how everything played out there. I think I had some big winners. I was probably, what I ended up doing is I was trading, really aggressive. So I was just pretty much taking everything just to see if I really took the trades I was supposed to trade. How it would work, just to see what would happen. And of course, I never broke the rule again, and I never reached that daily loss limit again. Actually, I think on this day, on the 26th, I traded kind of deep into the hole, and then actually traded my way out of the hole and came profitable on that day. And the day after, I had some really good trades. Ended up making $940 on that day. And then the last day I traded in December in the TS trader, I took away 381, which actually it was higher than that, but I just kept, I just taking, if I saw a setup, I went ahead and took it, and it was up, I was up like $800 or something, and I ended up giving, most of it back. But that was, on something that I typically would not have traded. So I was trading the same things in my live account over in AMP futures, and I didn't take, the trades that ended up being losers in TST. I didn't take those in my live account, but I was just, like I was saying, I just took the trades in TST just to see what would happen, because I had absolutely nothing to lose. I already broke the rule. I haven't paid to have a reset yet. I'm not sure I'm going to do it, since I'm just trading in my live account, and that's good enough. I feel like I've ironed out all of the issues and the kinks that I had in my strategy, to be able to just go 100% in my live account. And I've just been trading over here just to, what I call it sometimes, scratch the itch when I see something that could possibly be a good setup, but I don't really think that it is a setup or whatever, or just to see how I can, do trading both of them. Since I still have access to their platform, I go ahead and keep trading. I've been, trading in TST. So looking at the plays that I took for today, I traded NQ and CL. So like I mentioned earlier, this first one, it was looking, it was pretty good. As you can see from these candles here, it was really choppy. So I tried to take a fade here, and I felt like, over in TS Trader, the VWAP is placed different than in other charts. So if you look at Sierra chart and Trading View, I think also the VWAP is actually in a different location. So on in Sierra chart, the price was running into the matter of fact, it'd be better if I draw it out. So the VWAP was in here somewhere. So I played it as it's bouncing off the VWAP, going back, turning back bearish. But I got filled and it turned right around on me, so I got stopped out for a loss there. Took a full loss there, and then I ended up taking a long play here. Got a scalp, and I didn't like how the price action was. So this play, this area here should have been another play, but I was a little hesitant because of the price action. And this one, this is the candle that actually opened everything up and kind of smoothed everything out for the morning session today. So I was just waiting for another good setup. I actually took some trades, some additional trades in Sierra chart that I get into later, in this area here. But then I saw another opportunity up here, and this is the one. Like, by this time I was still red, so when I saw this opportunity here, I just went ahead and took it, and I ended up hitting target again and getting myself out of the red and up $245 with the NASDAQ. All right, and for crude oil, let's see, I was watching it since the open, and I would have liked to have gotten in here, but I never got a signal, in terms of how my strategy works out, So I never got a signal to take the trade, and it just, as you can see, it took off bullish, like really strong. So I just waited around. I didn't try to chase it or anything. Of course, in hindsight, we can say that there's a ton of opportunity to take a win in this move here, but that's all. When you start making habits chase like that, it ends up going against you, working against you then in your favor. So I just waited for another opportunity, and I got one here, and I got a $300 winner right there. So overall, a really good day with TS Trader. However, and my live account I only ended up with $65. So what I decided to do, because I plan on doing a video about Sierra Chart um, in the future, in the near future. So I got VMware on my Mac. So this is Windows 10 on VMware. Um, I'm gonna try to do it here, but just to show you real quick what I ended up walking with today in my live account. I ended up taking two trades. This first one, I wasn't patient enough, but when I looked back, I missed that first move, the first either. All right. So I missed this move here, um, which would have been, I would have hit target on that move if I would have taken the trade there, but I missed it, so I ended up waiting, and I got that scalp. I believe uh, it was in this area. I just move it in there. Yeah, I believe the scalp. Yeah, it had to be here. So I took this. I got in. I got in at the on this bullish move here, and I ended up just going flat because the price action had slowed down a little bit. I could have held on to it for a little bit longer, but it you can't tell looking at this chart here, but it would have ended up being a scalper anyway. So it's not good really for me to, because it's not part of my strategy to go flat like that. So in terms of me trading, it wasn't really a good trade, a good play, but the results actually ended up being better. Only by $10, but still better. So I took that one. Then I had another opportunity. I can't remember exactly where I got in. I believe I took this trade here. Yeah, this is the area. So I got in there and I just let it play out, and it ended up giving me a scalp of $25. So I walked away live with $60 here. So over here I haven't set anything up. I played with it a little bit before the new year, and I haven't set up any charts or anything yet. So that's why I didn't pull up any charts here on Sierra Trade. But I've been trying to. There's a ton of things you can do within Sierra Trade. I've been trying to figure out exactly what I want to talk about in that first in the first the first video I make about Sierra Trade, and how I use it, because there's a ton of things that you can do inside of this platform. So like I mentioned in my last video, that I'll probably end up just making it a series. In the first video, I would just go over some of the basic tools and everything, go over this over the main menu and some of the basic tools that I use, and I probably, what I plan on doing is I'll set up the kind of chart that I have here or in TS Trader. I'll set it up over in Sierra Chart. I'll walk you through that process, and it'll be just a basic video covering a little bit of everything. So anyway, that's a pretty interesting way to start off the year. Interesting that it started off pretty much the same as last year, with this kind of a move that we've seen, that we had today. I don't know if we can, more than likely, just from what I've seen in the past, even though this last couple of months have been a different monster unto itself, but usually on days like this, when you have a really nice move in the morning session, the afternoon session is not as it's not as many opportunities in the afternoon session. So more than likely I'll be done for the rest of the day. That's also another thing that I did in December, which helped me find some success in all that choppiness, was I actually ended up trading the afternoon session, unlike before, when I had my rule that I would only trade the morning session. But I saw a lot of opportunities in the afternoon session, so I decided to go ahead and make an exception to that rule just because of the way the market has been moving. And I traded the afternoon session, and that worked out for me in a lot of ways because a lot of that choppiness kind of come down in the afternoon session. So, but today I don't think we there's a good chance that we kind of come down in the afternoon session and maybe just trade sideways or we trade back down into this 50 EMA. But I'll be more than likely I won't take any trades in the afternoon session. We'll see. I'll keep watching it, and if I do, if I see something good, I go ahead and take it. But I'm green for the day, so that's good enough. There's plenty of there will be plenty more opportunities, so there's no need to push it for the rest of the day and take a bad trade. So those are my trades for the day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Deuces.